are getting right into it this morning, so please welcome Ricardo. Thanks, guys. Very nice. It's holiday time.
It's exactly.
Listen, I am never going to be against chocolate bark in any way, shape, or form. This is an incredible part of the holidays. It's about the goodies and the treats and the baking and the sweets, because people start coming over, and you always want something to be able to give to your guests,
and
right?
sometimes, if you have children, you want to think of these great teachers from all over the country that takes care of our sweeties, and how can we thank them? And something that is made homemade that maybe the kids can, work at it, help.
Yeah.
It'd be nice. And the bark is a classic.
Oh,
I
totally.
mean, and so I want to turn you into the best chocolate maker in the country.
How about just the best chocolate eater in the country? Because I feel like I could win that award.
Okay.
I'm already halfway there.
Before we do it, you want to pick one?
Oh, this is the one I want.
Maple chips and bacon.
Oh my God. Are bacon in here?
Because bacon is very popular all over the country. And yes, but bacon is, you have to use this with, you have to be gentle with it.
It's so
Too
good.
much is not enough. So you want the flavor, the smoky flavor, the saltness with the chocolate.
Right.
And if you take some maple smoked bacon, then it goes well with your chocolate. So talking about the chocolate, the trick is, because sometimes we make chocolate at home, and what happened, it's going to harden, and then you have this white little coating because the sugar will bloom on top.
Right.
You want to prevent that. So you will take half of your recipe of the chocolate, cut into pieces. You melt it with a double boiler. Double boiler is that.
Okay.
A pot, water. The water should never touch the bottom of your bowl.
Right, because it has to be a gentle way
and even. It's the steam that is going to really melt your chocolate. And you don't want the water to boil. So just put it so it's really hot, and that's it. It's going to melt.
Okay.
I did it with dark chocolate and white chocolate.
What chocolate did you use? Does it matter?
It doesn't really matter.
Okay.
I've used these two just to contrast for colors. Because once it has melted, you want to temper your chocolate. Temper your chocolate, you will take it out of the heat source.
Yeah.
And then you will just add, let's say it's the white chocolate.
Okay.
Some pieces of that white chocolate into it, some chunk off the heat, and these pieces will melt, and at the same time just bring the temperature down to room temperature and prevent the crystallization, and that will give you great results.
Really hot to really cool.
Totally. So at the end, when it's room temperature, if you still have some big pieces, it's not a problem.
Pass me that pot.
Yeah, okay.
Put it right over there. Perfect.
You see, you're not that bad in the kitchen.
Oh, you know.
You heard the beep and you knew what to do.
I knew what to do.
So that's the first step. And then you will just put a layer of that chocolate on top of parchment paper so it won't stick. We'll just give you an idea.
And this is how you make the bark? You put it in one...
That's it. That's all there is to it.
In one piece.
You could leave this dark chocolate to actually harden, and then you can put a white coat on it if you want. And then a milk coat. You could do as many coats as you want. And then it's just a matter of adding your toppings. So you can add some candy bars, crush them with your rolling pin.
Candy canes.
Candy
That's a great idea. That's very Christmassy.
I said candy bar. Yeah, candy canes. Thank you.
Same diff. No big deal.
You add like this. Yeah. Sometimes I like to even crush them smaller so you can have this little powder on top.
Right.
And it's going to be very nice, very easy to prepare.
Now, Ricardo, when you're doing the layers, do I have to wait for that to dry before I put the next layer on top?
Yes, it has to harden. So you put this into the fridge for a couple of hours. So it's going to come really crisp. And you want to hear the tick when you break it into pieces.
Yes.
And that's what you can do. And then you can add some, actually, the garnish you like. It could be with dry fruit if you want dry fruit.
Yeah.
Everything that you can have in a fruit cake. Go ahead. Some friends add a bit of Tabasco with their nuts.
To get that
and
heat.
They put that heat with the chocolate and the freshness of the candy cane.
I like that.
I mean, you could go crazy.
What's that one?
Well, that one is the same thing as this, except we did it in a bread loaf.
Oh, yeah.
And so instead of being very thin, you can have a bit more thickness. And this is pistachio with in the middle, because I love savory stuff. You see, there's some pretzels in it.
Oh, that's
So you add pretzel.
That's a good idea.
This time the pretzels are right in it, in the mixture, where you could have put some just like cranberries.
Yes.
Plus pistachios, the greenish with the milk chocolate or the white chocolate on top, and all that works really well together. Then you can just crack it, put it in a small container, keep it, and it's sometimes at the end of a party, you don't want to have a big dessert. You're done with it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't get that.
For the rest of us. For the rest of us.
I want to skip the dinner so I can have the dessert.
And look at that's your style. That's your style.
But this is good because you can take as little or as much as you want.
Totally, and you can put this on a sweet table also.
Yes.
You know, I love to play cards.
Yeah, me too.
And, you know, eventually you need some energy.
Yeah, you do.
So you take this out, you know, with the rest of the leftovers.
Refuel.
You refuel, exactly.
Yes.
So in the Christmas magazine, we've put all sorts of ideas like that to just kick it and sometimes revisit what we already love, because that's one of the things. Christmas is about security.
Yeah.
You want to feel your youth. You want to remember your grandparents, how it was done, the traditions. So, and that's part of it.
That's beautiful. I love that. And we're putting instructions on how to do that on our website, cityline.ca. Also, the holiday issue of Ricardo is right here. Because it's the holidays, people. Features sweet, petite desserts. Our audience will get a head start on their festive baking because everyone is going to get a copy, okay? Yeah. Great recipes in here. Great time. More coming up. Stay with us.